Woo-wee! What's going on, New York? Let me turn my intro music down for y'all. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there? What's going on? How y'all doing? T-Bone is back in the mini studio, man. It's good to see y'all once again. First of all, I'd like to say thanks to all the viewers. Continue to support BCAT. BCAT is the heart and soul of Brooklyn. And also continue to support Eminem Manhattan Neighborhood Network. I'm also out there every Friday during the daytime, 12:30 p.m. And continue to support all public access all over the world. You know I got to give my shout-outs. Shout out to the hottest producer in the game right now, M. Music, y'all. Anybody need some hot tracks, you can hit him up at m.music.com, or you can hit him up on myspace.com/m.musicproductions. It's my man. He's also on my top 24. You know what I'm saying? My name is Terrence T-Bone Mills, and today's show is basically about child support. You know, and I really think that's a real deep topic because it involves definitely the kids. You know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity to go to a book signing. A young lady I actually heard on Power 105, Miss Alicia M. Crow. She has a book out called Real Dad Stand Up. And, you know, I basically want to go down there and see what this book was all about. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Level Barbershop, 915 Fulton Street. You know, nice little barbershop. They was doing their thing. You know, they was hosting, you know, her book signing and everything. And basically, I went down there and, you know, she was discussing, you know, certain things about, you know, child support. A lot of men don't really know the proper way to fill out actually paperwork and go down there to the courts and you know and make sure you take care of when you get served for child support, because it's very hard on the individual or on a couple in a relationship when it's not going right, and next thing you know that person might get served with child support papers, you know. And I really feel bad, you know, for all of the fellas out there that they are taking care of their kids and love their family and love their kids, but they just can't get along together, and sometimes things work out and sometimes things don't. So, you know, they go out and get served with child support papers. Now, my thing is child support is a very, very deep subject, and I really want to talk about it because, you know, I have a couple of friends, you know, they going through the little hard times, you know, paying the child support and stuff like that. Then you have a lot of women that's actually paying child support too and having a hard time. But basically, this book is basically all about getting the proper paperwork together, so you can go down there and so you won't be unprepared when you confront, you know, the family court judge. Because tell you the truth, some of the courts, 90% are with the women. And I really think they're with the women because the women actually will sit down and go through the necessary paperwork. You know, they'll actually go to the library and research child support on how to get anything that's dealing with money financially or taking care of your child. They're going to go beyond the boundaries, fellas. And I'm talking to the fellas right now. The women will go beyond the boundaries of researching child support. You know, they're gonna get the proper paperwork done. They're gonna learn the loopholes behind the scenes. They're gonna get a lawyer. They're going to go through all the proper paperwork. And I say this to all the women out there. The women, they do go out there and research. And while the fellas just sit back and say, damn, I can't believe she served me papers. Yeah, I know you can't believe she served your ass paper, but you need to get off your ass and go out there and research and so you can get prepared to go into the courtroom, you know. And that's what Miss Crow was talking about. A lot of fellas, they get scared when they get served because they're not properly instructed on how to go out and get a lawyer, on how to go out and get properly and make your appearance properly, so when you confront the judge, and make sure you get all your paperwork and your financial statements together, and make sure everything is on paper. Get your money orders and get your receipts and everything. And sometimes, fellas, sometimes you might have to go out and videotape. You might have to have your spouse sign a contract. You know what I'm saying? And videotape everything just in case you might need it. So when you go into the courtroom, because all that word of mouth don't mean nothing nowadays in the court system. Long as you well prepared to go to the court, well dressed, you know what I'm saying, and have a lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, the court will appoint you. Your Honor, I need to take a week off so I can go get a lawyer. And the courts will actually get you that week so you can go out and research and find you a lawyer, fellas. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. I see a lot of guys, man, they out there really stressed out when they get served with papers. When they get served with papers, that means they woman actually went out and researched, you know what I'm saying, about child support. She went down with her lawyer, and she went down with the proper paperwork filled out so she can come and serve you with papers. And you have guys out there that take care of their kids and they love their kids, but still sometimes it just don't work out with your partner. And you know how it is, fellas. It just doesn't work out at all with your partner, And sometimes, you love your girl, but y'all just don't agree on certain things. So y'all have to move on. Y'all have to break up. And sad thing about it is the kid is involved. The kid don't know what's going on because he love both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, the relationship is not working out. We don't see eye to eye like we used to. So we have to break up. You know what I'm saying? But basically, this show is basically about child support, and for the fellas, and basically for anybody that's in child support in the system right now. You have to go out and get the proper paperwork done. You have to go out and research and get a lawyer. You have to make sure your appearance is up to date when you go to family court in front of a judge, And I know a lot of y'all, man, some of y'all just go buck wild when y'all get up in that court, man, and you can't do that. It's bad enough you're being served with papers, but for you just to make a scene in the courtroom, that's going to even make it even worse for you. And that goes for men and women. You know what I'm saying? I know one of my partners was in an incident where he said his girl came in there all bummy in the wheelchair. And he was like, yo, she was walking last week. You know what I'm saying? She was playing the game. She said, Your Honor, and the judge is like, yo, I don't want to hear nothing. You got your proper paperwork? That's all the judge want to see. Do you have your proper paperwork? You know what I'm saying? And basically this book, I just want to big up Miss Alicia M. Crow because she's been a family court judge for over 10 years. And, she basically was saying she got tired of especially the dads either showing up or not showing up to the court. And if they do show up, they're not properly, they don't have the proper, identification. They don't have the proper paperwork, to submit to the courts. And so she actually, this book is just incredible, fellas. Just for anybody that's in the system right now, you need to go out and purchase this book. You can go to her website, www.realdadsstandup.com, or you can order this